Hello, Panthers. We're going to be talking about step one, a little helpful video about selecting an ecosystem. So what we've set up for you is a few videos to watch that will give you some background knowledge on what an ecosystem is. And then you'll need to find your own video and paste that in the box below. So you're going to go to maybe YouTube or a reputable science site and pick a ecosystem video that is high quality, not something created by students, but something created by a professor or a outstanding company. And you'll paste that video in here. And then what you need to do is you're going to be using Google Draw a lot during this project. And what we're going to be doing is you're going to be explaining to us what is an ecosystem. And the way you'll be doing that is you're going to click here to open up Google Draw. And then you can eliminate the click here to create a Google Draw. And then you're going to be creating your own explanation of what an ecosystem is. So maybe you title it Ecosystems. And what's great about Google Draw is you're able to add both text and pictures. Okay, so you can get images, you can cut and paste, you can upload, you can take a snapshot, you could even take photos and upload them on there. So if you decided to work on this at home and you had your phone, you could actually draw out maybe by hand if you want, and then actually take a picture of that and put it in here. So this is both for drawings and for words. You can hand do this and then take a picture of it. So basically you're going to be taking your information about ecosystems and throwing it on a Google Draw for us. Then we have a couple different resources for you to select which ecosystem you will be researching. So we want you to take a look at all three of these websites. So I'm going to take a look at a website and I'm going to read that over. Okay, this is some really good information on ecosystems. And as you go through it, you're going to want to be thinking about which ecosystem you want to select. So you get to pick an ecosystem. So you have broad topics like, forests, but then there's different types of forests. So maybe you have tropical forests or temperate forests. So as you go through this, and don't just limit your ideas to land, there are also water ecosystems. So maybe you're big into fishing. You could do freshwater lakes or freshwater ponds or streams. Maybe you really love the ocean. You could do coral reefs. So you have a lot of different options here. Don't limit yourself. Think about this. Be creative. So after you visited all those websites and you've got some background information on what ecosystem you want, you're going to select your ecosystem. Okay. Oh, by the way, you should do your own one. So we've given you 3. You should find your own website and cut that in and paste it here. So eventually you're going to select your ecosystem. Now for my example, I'm going to use America's prairies. All right. Well, it helps if I spell things correctly. Thank you, Google, for having all the words in your memory bank. And you're going to explain why I chose that ecosystem. So the reason I'm choosing that as my example is because we've all talked about prairies, and it's a good way to provide examples for you. All right, so I would type that in right here. And what makes that ecosystem unique? One thing that makes it ecosystem prairies unique would be it relies on fire. It's an important part of America's history. You could have a whole list of different things. Maybe there's a favorite animal that you have. Maybe you're a big fan of buffalo, and that's, maybe I love buffalo, so I'm choosing that. Maybe I went on vacation and I got to see America's prairies out in Nebraska. Maybe you have family somewhere. So basically, you're just going to explain to us in these 2 boxes why you chose that ecosystem. And then, like at the end of each step, you're going to meet with your teacher, and you're going to be typing in the conference notes what we talked about, and then your teacher will initial that we had that conference, and then you'll be allowed to move on to step 2. So once again, as always, if you have any questions, please talk to your teacher, and have a great day, Panthers.